Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to make this scarf type shawl. It's very easy to knit, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make it. To make this shawl, this is the yarn I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use these ones for the English video, this one for the Spanish, and this is an optional yarn that you can use. These ones are Premier yarn from the Bernard Bell. I bought them at Michael's. They are cuddle fleece, and they are 100% polyester. It has 100 grams or 100 meters, and it's like a fleecy material, like a blanket or pajamas material. And it's bulky 5, and the color is cherry spot. And this one that I'm gonna use for the Spanish, the color is sassy. This one that you can use too is velveteen, and it's 85 grams, 91 meters, and it's 60% nylon and 40% viscose. And the color is cream, pale cream or soft cream. So you can use any of this type. This one is like this. Okay, any yarn like this you can use. This one is too. It's like a flat. The needles, they are 15 millimeters or 19 US. You're gonna need the crochet hook and scissors. To make this a scarf-like shawl, the yarn is amazing. So here I have the one that I did in Spanish, and it's beautiful. We're gonna start through here, through this step, and we're gonna start increasing until we get here to this point, and then decrease until we get to the other point, like that. We're gonna add some fringes, and it's an amazing piece, a very modern piece. We're gonna leave a tail long enough to cast down 5 stitches and to have some leftover for one of the fringes, so that way I don't need to sew any tails or anything in this piece. So from here I'm gonna leave this tail. I'm gonna do slip knot and see if that's enough. So I'm gonna cast on. That's 1. This one is 2, 3, 4, and 5, and it's more than enough. So now I'm gonna do a little knot here, and I know that tail is too long, so I'm gonna cut just a little piece, not a lot. I'd rather to have a little bit long, and then when it's time for me to do my fringes, I will cut it the right size. So now I'm gonna purl. The entire piece is done in a purl stitch, and this side, each time you are with the tail in front, at the tip of your needle, you're working the right side of the piece. So I'm gonna purl these 5. Like this. You see, now I'm working in the wrong side because my tail is at the end. So now I'm gonna again purl these 5, and this is the only 2 row of purls. This is without any increases or decrease in the beginning. Now we're gonna start the increase. Each time you increase in the side where you have the tail in the front, on the right side. So to do that, you're gonna purl one stitch, and you're gonna put it back again in that needle with the other stitches. So again, you're gonna purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now you have 6 stitches, you see, because we increased 1 in this end. Now you're gonna purl back again those 6 stitches. Remember, you only are increasing in one side of the piece. So now you're gonna do your 5 purls again. That's 6 purls, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, we're gonna increase another one, and that will be 7 now. And we're gonna do exactly the same. You're gonna do a purl, and that stitch you're gonna put it back in the needle, and you're gonna purl those 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, you turn your work around. And you're gonna do your 7 stitches with no increases. Remember, for when you're working the wrong side of the piece, you don't do any increase. You want this part here to be straight. So you're gonna purl again those 7. This is a very fast piece to do because you're working with a very thick yarn and a very big set of needles. So again, you see it's already started to go wider here. So now we're gonna do 8. Again, you purl that one, take it out, and you place it back on your needle, and just right there you're gonna purl that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You turn your work around again, and you're gonna repeat those 8 purls. You see, it's very easy. And very warm. These pieces make an amazing presents. So I'm gonna make a present for myself on one of these. So now you see these ones, as you pull, they will tie and make themselves tie. Now I'm gonna do 9. So that's 1, and I put it back, and I just right there do that one. So you're gonna continue working increasing in that side until you have 24 or 25 stitches on your needle. I'm gonna do mine until I have 25, so depending on the needles you're using. If you're using a smaller needle, you have to do more increases. So I will meet you here when I have a piece done, and then I will show you what I look like. This is how it looks so far. You see, with the increase. So I want to continue until I have 25 for mine. I did 25 for the other one in Spanish, so if you want a little bit longer, you can do 26, you can do 27. It's up to you the length that you want to give to this Aztec row. So I'll meet you here when I have my 25 stitches on my needle. Once you have your 25 stitches, so I increase, I did a 25, and I came back with those 25. Now you have to repeat those 25 again. You do 25 that way in the right side and 25 in the wrong side. So I'll meet you here when I do those 2 rows of those 25. Here I work on a bigger size needle, a longer size, but it's exactly the same number. That way you guys can see better the piece. You see, we are right, and the half was here where we did that row of purl back and forth. Well, that's the center. So now we're gonna start decreasing. And to decrease, we always gonna decrease exactly in the same right side of the piece. Okay, that way this part you see is nice and straight, and this one is the one that's having the shape of the shawl. So here you're gonna start with 2 purls together, the 2 first one together, and that is your decrease. And then you're gonna do just 1 purl until the end. Here I got to the end, and this is the wrong side. So on the wrong side, you're just gonna do your 24 purl. Okay. So always the increase and decrease are on the right side of the piece. And how you know what is the right of the piece is when your tail is on the front. You see? There, the tail is in the back. So you're gonna purl your 24 stitches. Here I'm gonna do the next decrease, and you see, you already start to see the tip of the shawl. So now again you're gonna do these 2 together, and you're gonna decrease each time you go on the right side of the piece. You're gonna do 2 together each time until you have 5 left. So you will decrease on the right side, and you just work the stitches in the way back in the wrong side. For example, these ones will be 23, so I had to do those 23 in the way back. And then again in the next row, when I'm working here in the right side, I will do 2 together, and I will have 22. And like that, you're going to decrease until you have 5 stitches left on your needle. Here I have 5 left. It's interesting that I did the one in Spanish, and I did another one this color, and I had 1 ball of yarn that was enough for this part. And with this one, the ball of yarn have enough for to do this. I have a little bit extra, but you're gonna need the extra ball of yarn for the fringes if you want to put some, or if you don't, you just leave it like this. But I'm gonna put fringes. I love the fringes. So now you're gonna cast off or bind off. It's okay if you bind off with the tail to finish in here on the top, because you're gonna put fringes in there, in the center, and in the corner. So you can finish here and here, or can finish that way. So to finish, I'm gonna purl this one and purl this one, and I'm gonna pass the first one on top of the second one, and you just cast off 1. Again, pass this one on top of the second one, and you did 2. And you have 2 left. The last one, this one here, and now I'm gonna cut, leaving a tail because I want that to be part of the fringe. So like that, I finish, and I will look like this. Let's see. I start to get from here, get bigger, bigger, and then smaller to the other side. So now to do the fringes, what I'm gonna do is here in the center, I'm gonna place my first one, and my fringes measure 35 centimeters long. So I always leave one to guide myself for the other one. So I have one, and each one I will have 2 strands of yarn, except those in the end that only will have 3, because I only gonna put 1. Those are where the tails are. So I have these 2, fold it in half, and with a crochet hook I'm gonna come here to the center and place the first one. I pull it through. Now with my finger I grab it like this and pull. Make sure that they're even. So once this one is on, you will try to put the rest, you know, like leaving one of these little knots in between, one row in between, and then in the next one, or you can leave 2 rows in between. It's up to you the amount that you want to put on. So I did leaving just 1 in between of each. So the next one will be here, and in here, in the other side, like that. So I put my fringes all the way around, and I'll show you the end result. Here I wanted to show you what I have one, the tail. So you're gonna cut so here what I have this one, I'll fold it in half, just one, just pass it through that corner, and once I have that one like that, I will pass my 2 strands of yarn plus that one that I have there from the tail. I'm gonna pass it through those 3, and now I even it up with those ones. So you're gonna place one in here, one in the center, and one in here, and all the way around in the bottom, and all the way here too. Here you just place 1, 2, and one in the center and one here. So I want to finish this and I'll show you that. It will look like this. Look how nice this look. So when you put it on, you will pass this end around the back of your neck to this side, and the other one to the other side, and it will be like this, and then you fold this a little bit on the front. It's really nice and warm. I just love this piece. It's so soft. So now I'm gonna put it on my model and I will show you the end result. Well, here is the end result, and I hope you guys like it. And you see here, this is the tips. I fold them to the front and I fold this, and it look really nice. This is a very warm piece, and I'm gonna show you another way that you can wear this small scarf shawl. This is another way you can wear it. This is the tip is that way, and with the hair little clip, you can put it here. That way this don't come undone when you have it on, and it look really nice too. Well, I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this piece and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.